And that's what's up, y'all. Are you ready to go? Are you ready for the what? The DG show? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. We talking about music and lyrics and talent and popularity tonight, and I'm hyped, feeling good, and then I'm think that I got to get some things understood. We gonna talk about the music and the fame. Is it matter? Does you do it or the fame? No, let's do it like this. We going to talk about the show tonight, not this show, but other shows. We're going to make it hype enough. I want to know who your favorite artist is. Do you really like them because the way they do, or do you like something else about their crew? Is it the music, the lyrics, the beat, or the talent? I don't really know, but I want to get violent with anybody. So those days silent. We all up in this joint, so it's got it going on. Yo, I really want to know, do you really go to the things to the show? Does it? Do you know? Tonight on the Daily Go Get It Business Show, we are talking about music and lyrics. Basically, we're talking about the talent versus the fame. Or should I shouldn't say the fame. I would say like popularity versus the talent. You know, a lot of artists out here are very, very popular. You know, they got it going on. They got it going on as far as the record sales, the popularity, the notoriety. You know, they touring all over the world. It's all about them. But are they getting over on something concrete, or is it something else that's making them make all this money out here? And speaking of money, does it matter to you how much your favorite artist makes? Now we know that in show business, the word business is longer than the word show. But does it matter to you if your artist, your favorite singer, your favorite rapper, your favorite let's see, if you're a rapper, you're still an artist. If you're a singer, you're still an artist. And if you play an instrument, if you're a band member or a musician, does it matter to you that your favorite artist may not be selling a lot of records? Do you still consider them to be the best? Do you consider them to be able to compete against those who are considered to be woo? And you know, when we think about this thing, we have to kind of ask ourselves some questions about who we consider to be the best, or who we consider to be good, or who our favorites are. Like, what's the criteria that we use in order for us to consider somebody to be the best? And I'm not talking about everybody else's opinion. I'm talking about you as an individual. What does it take for an artist to be your guy, your man, your woman, your singer, your rapper, your musician? Is it because everybody else likes them? Like, do you take that into consideration when you're having a discussion with somebody, or an argument with somebody? If you're a deep fan of music or of a particular artist, the time is probably going to come around when you have to defend them. I know I get into little heated discussions all the time about who my favorite artists are. And when I'm asked to give a reason for why I like this artist or that artist, or why I think somebody is good and somebody is trash, I have to come up with answers. And I'm always ready. Because I always know why I like a particular artist. Like, if I say that I'm really into somebody, or I really think somebody is hot, I normally have a good reason. For example, I'm a big fan of The Weeknd, you know, the artist, the singer, The Weeknd. And I've been following his career since he was doing hooks for Drake, you know, because he's from Toronto. Drake is from Toronto. You know, they got the whole Toronto thing going on. But the artist was really, really talented. He was really, like, I liked his writing style. I liked his the darkness in his lyrics. If you've ever listened to his early stuff, it was all about drugs. It was all about sex. It was even murder in the lyrics. It was kind of crazy. And the way his voice is, his inflection, his cadence, he sounds like Michael Jackson. He sounds like Michael Jackson if Michael Jackson really was bad. If Michael Jackson was a G and it was like sort of like the way he wrote was like where Michael Jackson meets NWA. It was kind of crazy, but not like a Bone Thugs and Harmony type of thing. More like I wouldn't think to put this kind of stuff out. Like a record company would have to take a strong look at this dude. Like, I don't know, can we push this? Is this a good idea? But his stuff was hot. It was really, really hot. Then he started selling a lot of records. And of course, just like everybody else, his stuff started getting watered down, in my opinion, from the original stuff that he was doing. It started not to be as dark. Now, he was still talking about drugs. He was still talking about sex. But now it was more of a subliminal thing, more of a party thing, more of an upbeat, like, that's what sells records. That's what sells records. And I get it. But I miss the original artistry. From my standpoint, I hate to say this, but I hate when my artists blow up. I hate it because they lose that hunger. And it seems like when they lose and maybe they haven't lost the hunger, but you can tell the influence on making more popular music forces them to pivot and change direction of what they were doing before. So the originality that they may have had before seems to get compromised. So what I want to talk about tonight is your favorite artist. Well, the title of the show is Popularity versus Talent. So where are we going with that? When you choose your artist, what matters to you the most? Like if I never heard her before and somebody introduced me to Beyonce, I'm wondering if I would like Beyonce. Like, would her music resonate with me automatically? It might, because I consider, even though she has popularity beyond belief and really popularity that I don't appreciate, but she actually has songs that I like besides the nauseating fandom that she attracts. And I do consider it to be nauseating. Like, this Beehive thing is doing too much. It's way, it's out of touch. I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. So a lot of times when you're introduced to an artist, you're introduced to an artist that's already popping, depending on the person that introduced you to them. Like if you're introduced to an artist by somebody who doesn't go for the top 40 type, they're probably never going to introduce you to an artist like a Beyonce, but they might introduce you to an artist like a Vivian Green, an Algebra Blessed, a Sia, maybe even a Jill Scott. Artists where you can still see the purity in their music and you can still see the hunger in their struggle. And to me, that equals good music. It could be a bias. To somebody else, they may say if they were so good, then more people would like them and they would be selling more records, and people would be catching on to what they're doing, and they wouldn't be underground artists, just about to get going from label to label, getting kicked off, going to one independent label to another independent label, to eventually trying to sell CDs online or out of their trunk and all that kind of stuff. I get it. I do. I get it. Do I accept it? No. But do I get it? Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Talent versus popularity. Does it anger you? Does it get under your skin? Does it get on your nerves that some artists get all of the recognition while some artists don't get nothing. And you can hear how good they are. Like if you're a real big fan of singing and you hear an artist that has the pipes, they got the pipes to make it right. And they ain't getting no love out here. And you're like, man, this just ain't fair. This is no fair. I get it. I get it. To a lot of the general public, it doesn't matter. If it what people like to say, if it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. And I'm like, I kind of hate when people say that, but you have to take some things into consideration as far as perspective is concerned. Like you don't have to believe in anything that you don't want to believe in, and you don't have to be a fan of anything you don't want to be a fan of. But if you want to get into a debate about certain things, you probably have to take some things into consideration. And that might be one of the things that you take into consideration. It's going to be hard for you to win an argument with somebody about who's the best out of this, that, and the third. And then they bring up record sales. That your window of opportunity to win an argument is probably going to start to, look like it's not open wide enough for a screen to matter. It's probably going to look that way. T. Carey, right? Morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. How you feeling, Ma? And she says it takes a vibe and a style that speaks to me. Okay. It also takes originality. Okay. Agreed. There was a rawness and pain to his music. He's been commercialized. Well, I thought he did a good job a few years ago when he did the Super Bowl. I was like, this was a really, really good performance. But I understood. I said, that's it. Once you play the Super Bowl, that's it. Because that's ironclad proof that you are 100% pop now. So he can't, and he cut his hair off. Remember, he used to have that wild, I don't know what you call those. They wasn't dreads. They was just some naughty style of hair, hair he had or whatever. But that whole aura, that whole personified what he was doing. Because he was the king of darkness. I was like, this shit is hot. So you take other artists that were young and up and coming at the time, and you see what they were doing. Like you look at August Alsina. He was out around the same time. Him and The Weeknd came out around the same time. You saw what August Alsina was doing. Now you don't hear too much from August Alsina anymore after Jada Pinkett turned him out, and now he looks kind of. Yeah, I think August is like October. And October is LGBTQ. All right, anyway. But they were, you saw how like peers in the game, you saw what direction they were going in. Because August wasn't dark, but he wasn't light either. He definitely wasn't on some pop shit, but he was closer to it than The Weeknd was. Then The Weeknd just came and passed him. But sometimes the dark stuff catches on. Look at NWA. I brought up NWA a few minutes ago. Look at NWA. Now, we going all the way back to 1987, 1988, 89, when they came out, and they came out not looking for any commercialism. They had a thing called reality rap, because that's what it was. That's what it was called. That's what they actually called their style of music. They didn't call it gangster rap. That was the actual title that the media put on it. It was like a bunch of gangsters actually rapping. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't wrong. It wasn't wrong. It just wasn't right. It wasn't wrong. It just wasn't right. But yeah, but their rawness, their authenticity, their buck the system, buck the radio, buck everything, caught on. People liked it. And so they became commercialized without trying to be. It happens. And the commercial part is just the money. It's not a style, even though it feels like it often feels like it's a style that generates the money. It's just it just means that it's making money. It's commercial. When you watch commercials on TV, a TV program, the commercials are what actually sponsor the radio program or the TV program or whatever. Those are when they say we got to pay some bills, that means they're about to play some commercials. That's how it goes. I ain't even mad at it. Yo, man, make sure y'all hit the like button. Just hit the like button. Do it. All of a sudden, I see y'all kind of, except for Carrie, y'all quiet tonight. They're like, nope, I ain't chatting. Nope. All right, that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna keep going. But yeah, so the talent versus the popularity. What makes an artist popular? What makes an artist catch on to the general public and blow up and basically get crowned the king or queen of the world or that area of expertise that they are in? What does it? What do y'all think is the formula for popularity in music, basically in entertainment overall, but in music? Since we're talking about music tonight, what is the formula for popularity? Now, from my standpoint, I think a lot of it has to do with your talent. And your talent can be your voice. It can also be your ability to put on a really good show, a performance. That's all talent. Putting a show together, putting a record together. Like, there are plenty of good singers and rappers, but they don't know how to make good songs. But good songs alone will not make you popular. There have been thousands, probably millions of artists that have had really good records. Some of them never charted. Some of those records never got played. So one of the biggest keys to popularity is promotion. Somebody has to see you and invest in you. That's pretty much the key to success right there. Somebody sees the good in you and they decide to invest. It's no different than Kamala Harris being able to raise $1 billion or whatever during a campaign. It's the same formula. People give you money, and in show business, that's what really makes all of the difference. You want to be big in show business, show that you can generate a crowd, show that you can sell records or units, as they call them now, because it's not all about records. It's about streams. It's about merchandising. It's about a whole lot of things. So I'm not sure if those things have anything to do with talent. When somebody invests in you, are they investing in your talent or your ability to be able to get people to shows, sell records? And can we honestly say that that's not a talent? Can we honestly say that's not a talent? And Mr. D says, bro, you say, why you gotta spell her name wrong? I mean, the disrespect, I just don't understand. Yeah, I said Kamala was going to win. And I honestly, I prayed that she would win, but she didn't win. But she sure raised a lot of money. So if raising money was if winning the presidential election was going gold and raising money to win the presidential election was platinum, then she would have went platinum and Donald Trump would have only went gold. If they were looking for something other than the presidency. If it was all about raising money, if it was all about, see, it's hard to say. She was able to generate a lot more money than him, not only from super PACs and donors, but also from public donors, like regular folks like you and I who wrote a check, like, yo, here, this is for your campaign. Whatever, wherever it go, whatever it does, this is for you. She was able to raise more than him. But he could easily say, but you didn't win the election. So which one is really more popular? Who's more popular? The one who raised the most money or the ones that people actually got behind? So you know what this would be? Donald Trump would be the people's champ. Donald Trump would be the people's champ, and she would be the actual champion. In sports, no matter who goes to the World Series and wins the World Series, for example, the Dodgers beat the Yankees in the World Series, but the Yankees make way more money than the Dodgers could ever dream of. The Dodgers ain't no slouch, but they don't have a following, a fan base, and a financial base like the Yankees. No team in Major League Sports, or should I say Major League Baseball, makes more money than the Yankees. So the Yankees are the champion every year. So they may not go home with the World Series trophy every year, but every year, them bank statements, the Yankees win. Same thing with the Dallas Cowboys. They win. Same thing with the LA Lakers. They win. We don't care who won the championship. Sure, we went for the championship just like everybody else. And we didn't win it. But when it comes to that dough, they won. So the popularity thing, when it comes to music, is a little bit different. Naturalista Rap, what's good? What's good? What's good? How you feeling, man? Good to see me some you. She says, can you see my comments? I see them now. I only saw 2 comments. Wait a minute. Yeah, I see 2.5. I see 2.5 comments. All right. You said sex appeal sells, always has. Yeah, but does it always sell the most? Does sex appeal always sell the most? There's no doubt that it sells. T. Carey Wright says the Yankees are the Cowboys. You could say that. But you know what? I would have to say that the Cowboys are the Yankees, because the Yankees been winning way longer than the Cowboys. And there is no doubt about who has more championships. There's no question. It's not a contest. It's not close. It's not a battle. One can't even get in the ring with the other one. One is the all out and out, the winner take all. Nobody beats the Yankees. Nobody. Historically, the Yankees are they the full Monty. Every single decade, they are not without World Series championships. Every single decade, there ain't a franchise that can boast that. Let me see. I think they were up to their 12th, 13th, some old crazy. How many World Series have the New York Yankees won? God damn! 27 World Series. What the hell? Man, shut up. I don't want to hear that shit. I knew it was some ridiculous number. since 1923. 27 World Series. And like I said, it ain't close. Let me see if I can find a decade that they didn't win. Let's see. They won in the 20s. They won in the 30s. They won in the 40s. They won in the 50s. They won in the they won in the 60s. They won in the 70s. They won in the 90s. You know they won in the 2000s, and they haven't won since 2009. So they did not win a World Series since in 2010 to 2020 or 2020 to 2030. Though the spell is broken. They won World Series every decade for 8 straight decades, 80 years of World Series, multiple, not one per decade. No, a minimum of 2. They only won they only won 2 World Series in 2000 from 2009 to 2010, and only won 2 World Series in the 60s. 61 and 62. I've never heard of no crap like this. So yeah, we were talking about sports. It wouldn't matter who your favorite team is. The Yankees got them beat by history, and more than likely current too, because they're almost always good. They are almost always good. You at work listening? That's what's up. Thanks for coming on through. Appreciate you. You said you thought it was 24. Nah, because I remember when they beat the goddamn Phillies in 2009. It was like, yeah, this will be their 27th. I was like, please do not let them do that. Don't let them do that to you, Phillies. Don't let them. They did it. They did it. Glow back says, should I stop feeding crumbs to the roaches on my floor? They're my friends, but they're getting a little aggressive. Nah, I never saw a roach actually eat. As many roaches as I've seen in as many houses as I've seen, I've never seen a roach actually eat. All I ever see them do is run. And why is that? Ants, I see ants eat all the time. But roaches, I'm like, when did y'all eat? I know that y'all are here to clean up all of the waste, but when do y'all do it? Do people have to 100% not be around for y'all to enjoy a meal? Now you turn on the lights and they start scattering, but I'm like, what was y'all eating in the first place? Seeming to me like y'all just crawling everywhere. What do y'all eat? What do you eat? Well, what's going on? So, hey, glow backs. So, glow backs. I don't know, man. You have to figure that one out. If you got eating roaches, I want to, can you send me a video? Send me a video. I want to see some roaches eating. I ain't never seen those. I'm like, people hate roaches. To me, they hate them for just being around. I don't see them eating shit. Ants disrespectful. Ants are disrespectful. They want to be eating everything. Punk ass ants. Roaches, they be like, look, man, I'm about to run from you. I know you're about to try to raid me out, stomp me out, newspaper me out, magazine me out, bounty me out, toilet paper me out, flip-flop me out, house shoe me out. Leave me alone. You ain't see me eating nothing, man. I ain't eating nothing. It's the mice. You see the mice eating all the time. We just here. You dirty? We here. We just here. We just here because you dirty. But we ain't, you know what I mean? We respectful. We don't let you catch us eating. But the mice, they don't give a fuck. Yo, they eating all the time. And they want to taunt you. The mice, they want to taunt you. You know, don't nobody hear a mouse running or walking or nothing like that. They make sure you see them. Like they could have went down in the stove way before you saw them. They waited till you saw them. Like nah. Oh, let me dip down in the stove and watch your dumb ass turn on the stove trying to burn me. I'm under the damn stove, you dickhead. I mean, stupid ass nigga. I'm about to go eat some newspaper. Anyway, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. I know we like the night. I don't care. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Glowback says, I've never seen them eat either. I'm trying to tell you, man. When I think about roaches, I be thinking like, when do y'all eat? Y'all, I've been in some dirty ass houses. I remember one time I went over this girl crib, man. She had so many. I ain't never been uncomfortable like this. It was a late night. Picture it. 1997. 26 years old. About to be 27 later on this year. Now, this was a chick that I knew all the way back on the block. All the way back on the block when I was like, you know, from the time I was like 9, 10, 11, you know what I mean? You know, she was a couple of years younger than me. You know, she liked me when we was in high school, but she messed up. When we was good, cool. We was cool. We was like homegirl, homeboy type vibe, but she liked me. So she went around telling people that you know, I was her boyfriend. And I was like, nah, short, nah. Not when I got my eye on the other joint. You running interference. Anyway, later on in life, we hooked up. You know, I saw and, you know, I went over a crib. And this was, you know, this was in my drinking days. So I was like, I'm watching the walls. And yo, this is Scout's honor. This is on my grandmother. She had so many roaches, though it looked like the wall was moving. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I thought somebody done slipped me a Mickey. I ain't never seen this amount of roaches in my life. Literally, the walls looked like they was moving. And I was like, I didn't want to take my clothes off, and I wasn't going to. I'm not taking my shit off. You know, this was before the bed bugs days. I never saw this amount of listen, I done been in and out of projects. A lot of different projects around the city. You know, if you from Philly, I've been in so many projects, high rises, the homes, all of that shit. She ain't living the projects, but it looked like they sent all of their roaches. Like she had the roach warehouse. I remember I didn't take my clothes off that night. You getting this wood with, you know what I mean, with my pants down to my knees. I'll never forget the look on her face. Like, look, it's this way or nothing. I shouldn't be messing with your dirty ass. What the fuck? I thought I was tripping. Till I got outside and shit stopped moving. I was literally bugging. Y'all. It wasn't cool, son. It wasn't cool. That shit was crazy. He said, I'll post it to my channel if I see it, big bro. Good looking, man. I'm gonna subscribe to your shit. Let me see what you doing out here. I'm about to subscribe to your shit. You come up with some roaches and shit. You know what I mean? I'm done. It's going down. You know what? I clicked on the wrong profile. I was like, this nigga got a picture of TK right on his shit. It wasn't. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Well, damn, nigga. What, you just started this channel? All right, you just started it this year. All right. All right, cool. That's all right. You got one subscriber. Boom. You put them roaches on your channel. Let me know. Holler back at me. Get back. Get back with me, son. Get back with me. Let me know. Let me know how it's going down. All right. So Glow back says, do you have some crumbs on your sweater when you walked in? so they started. No. So I'm laying on her bed. I'm watching this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I never seen so many. I was like, what the hell? Like, needless to say, I never went over there again. And I ain't really wanted to come to my crib. I was like, no way. No way can you leave that amount of roaches home. There's no way. There's no way. There's no fucking way. And that's what Lisa Rapp said. I bet you still gave it a business. I mean, it was for old time's sake. Remember, she was around the way. So it wouldn't be right for us to reunite. We hadn't talked in years because that was serious shit what she did back then. You know what I mean? I was like, she knew I had my eye on this other chick and she went and ran straight interference on that joint, man. Like, yeah, you know, me and we go together. And she was telling everybody coming back. You know how it is when somebody lie and say that y'all go together or y'all talking or something like that. Too many people was coming back to me like, oh, yo, you go with Kenya? I was like, no, I don't go with Kenya. I ain't want to diss her because that was my homie. We was cool like that, but we had never even kissed or nothing like that. You know, at 14 years old, like she only 12. I'm 14 about to turn 15. So she 12 about to turn 13. So she was a little hot ass. You know, she was hot. She was hot. So, you know, here it is. What? 12, 14 years later. You know what I mean? Yo, the chick had 6 kids, yo. I bullshit you not. She has 6 babies. I don't even know if she graduated high school. She started kicking them out. Blip, 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 ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So I was like, you got 6 kids? I want to know where 6 kids is coming from. I figured if somebody, they all had the same dad. I figured like, you see the chick up 6 times. That shit got to be blowing shit out the water. Well, let's just say some cats just be having shit on repeat. You know, it's like playing a song on repeat that you don't like. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right. Glowback says I still would have gave her the Bing Ching. Yo, man, I mean, I came out the house. All right, bugging with the bugs. I'm gonna have a roots channel. TK Right said I'm gonna start calling sex the Bing Ching Pow. I like it. The Bing Ching Pow. So if I was sitting up, I would have slapped my knee. Man, listen, that shit. It was like it was going slow. And I couldn't believe, like, you couldn't see the wall. Yeah, if y'all, I know y'all don't believe me. I don't care. I don't care. I The walls was going slow. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, I was like, do roaches do a ritual? Like, was it like, you know how Catholic music is? No, no. That shit was wild. It was wild, son. I don't know what it was, but that was a lot. That was a lot of roaches. That was more roaches I ever seen in my life. I was like, all the roaches in the city came here. All roaches in the city came here. Y'all must have a dead body somewhere around here because I ain't never seen this many roaches. That's clear. Claro, like they say in Spanish, I can't understand how you would do this shit. I don't understand this. This is crazy, energetic, or lazy. Where did you get all these goddamn bugs, my baby? Yo, something is wrong all day long. How can you stay here? That shit is crazy. Yeah, and coochie ain't worth it. So what's going on right here? It's like a Nerf it. You remember the Nerf football? Sometimes hard to catch if you really couldn't catch it. You couldn't go get it, couldn't fetch it. I didn't understand what she was throwing. And that many roaches out here, you can't be hoeing because the money can't be straight. I'm like feeling late. It was late, 2, 3 o'clock. And But anyway, I would just like to say I never seen that many roaches to this very day. They had to be by the millions. They was like eating something. I don't know what they was. Maybe they was eating the walls. Maybe they was eating somebody's shit in the drawers. 6 kids, and some of them was kind of older. You know, teenagers and shit look over your shoulder. I know that when they had gym class, somebody had the roaches in their sneakers. I'm talking through speakers. I don't understand things that really happen out here. I don't understand this kind of thing. It's kind of crazy on a tear. I don't understand why sometimes I have to shed a tear for all the crazy ass shit I've seen around here. Poverty is one thing, but living like you in a Man, you ain't even gonna see that many roaches outside, man. That shit was crazy. My man, Yosef El Bay Bay. What's going on, my dude? How you feeling, my man? Good to see you. Appreciate you, mucho. You already know. My dude. But yeah, let's get back to let's get back to the music, y'all. Let's get back to the music because y'all giving me all kinds of crazy flashbacks that I don't want to talk about that no more. I don't want to talk about that shit no more. That shit crazy, son. Because I'm like, with that amount of roaches, could that be considered cruelty to roach? I mean, cruelty to animals? I mean, roaches are creatures. I mean, could you consider bugs to be animals? They say they was all created by God. So what we doing? What we doing? All right. So back to the music. Popularity versus talent. Let me ask y'all something. Who are some of y'all favorite artists out there? Because we can find out a lot just by the artists that you like. So if y'all would be so kind, put some of the artists that y'all like in the comments. Like I already mentioned The Weeknd. Most of the artists that I like are artists that still are kind of like underground, and that's regardless of the genre of music. The music that I like hip hop, R&B, I like classic rock, and honestly, I like rock music. Period. Even contemporary shit, you know, um, like I like Pearl Jam. Even though I mean we still going back. Pearl Jam. I like Fall Out Boy. I like the Cranberries. I like what's her name? Florence and the Machine. And even though these may be popular to people who are in that kind of shit, For me, they're not popular like that. But if we talked about hip hop, I'll tell you what hip hop artists that I liked before they really blew. Some of them I still liked after they blew. But I really liked Big Daddy Kane before he blew. Before he was dating Madonna and, trying to be a sex symbol and all of that shit. Because he was spitting. Same thing with Kool G Rap. And Kool G Rap never went gold. So he stayed pure. So the popularity doesn't always do it. The thing about it is it's hard to say that you're popular in music if you don't sell a lot of records, unless you're somebody like KRS-One. Bingo. KRS-One never sold a lot of records. He just didn't. He barely went gold multiple times, maybe 2 or 3 times, but who doesn't know who KRS-One is? Now you take somebody like Heavy D and the Boys, they went gold all the time. I don't think they went platinum. I don't think they ever went platinum, but he always sold a lot. He moved units. He went gold, But KRS-One didn't go getting gold, but he's very popular, very popular. I mean, it could have been because he was very vocal. He did speaking engagements and stuff like that, and building the hip hop school and all that, Temple of Hip Hop and all that kind of stuff, And that's funny because like when Dr. Umar Ifu Tunde, when he says that hip hop hasn't done anything for black people, I'm like, so when KRS-One built the Temple of Hip Hop and he's invested a lot of time and energy into hip hop education and stuff like that, that doesn't count. Like, you still trying to open up a school and that's supposed to count. Like, what you're trying to do, he had already done, but you're not acknowledging that. And I always thought it was interesting how nobody mentioned that in any of the interviews that I saw. Like, y'all just forgot the Temple of Hip Hop? All right. Let me see. TK Ray says, I like the most music. Whatever speaks to my heart or head, okay? Yosef says, I hope that the next few days are better than okay. All right. Yosef says, oh yeah, I could be better, but I had a heart issue yesterday. Oh no. And had to go to the hospital. It was crazy. Well, I'm glad that you got through that. And I really, really want you to get better. Way, 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 way better. I mean, I hope you were restored to factory condition. If factory condition was good. If not, I want you better than factory condition. He says, I like most music too. Yeah, thanks. Just keep me in your prayers. Got you, my dude. Got you. Yeah, all right. So, all right. Since y'all want to be stingy with y'all names, maybe y'all having a brain freeze right now. I mentioned some artists like Algebra Blessed is a very good singer, and so is Vivian Green. And I'm talking on the R&B side. I like a lot of artists that come out of the UK, because when they make it, artists that make it out of the UK to the United States, they're normally really good. Really, really good. They have you wondering, like, well, how come you don't have a bigger catalog? And, especially with music being the way it is now with the internet. Like, before, records had to actually make it overseas. Like, with the internet, it doesn't have to make it anywhere. So why aren't they readily available? Why should there still be local artists when you have the World Wide Web? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that, but I wish it was different. And but there wasn't even when I went to London back in 1999. I bought a CD of this artist named Beverly Knight. And to this day, I'm like, it's a sin that she never made it in the United States. But in the United States, nobody really knows her. But she was hot. This was good R&B. This was good shit. She could have been like Brandy you know how Brandy was popping at the same time that she was popping. She could have been Brandy of the UK. If y'all ever get a chance, check out some of her music. I'm gonna put, because she spells Beverly in a crazy ass way. This is how she spelled it. Beverly. Wait. Beverly Knight. This is how she spells it. Look her up on YouTube or whatever streaming service that you use, and it's like she got some good shit. She really does. Kim's Whims is all up in the house. What's going on, my? Good to see me. Some you, Indianapolis, all up in the house, y'all. We got the Midwest over here streaming. Remember Lisa Fisher and Pebbles? Yes, you taking it all the way back to the 80s, huh? That Lisa Fisher shit, huh? Okay. And speaking of Pebbles, I was listening to some Pebbles today. Her and Sherelle, you know? I was listening to Always, baby, don't leave me, don't ever. Yeah. I promise unselfishly to love you always. That's my favorite song by Pebbles. Because other than that, I don't really think she can sing. All right, Dominic Jimenez. What's up? He says, I say popularity isn't always because of talent. It can be because they're heavily active on social media, collating with other popular artists, and also it can be because the music is just catchy. I'm glad you said that, because all of that, to me, on a grassroots level, I consider that to be popularity too. But I can understand how people, I'm sorry, I consider that to be talent too. Like, now you look at somebody like Sexy Red. She can't rap worth shit. Can't. And when you talk about somebody like Sexy Red, somebody who got it popping on the internet, and somebody said, hey, if she can get this many followers on the internet without a deal and these little bullshit ass beats, the beats was booming, but they was ass. The rhymes was selling, but they was garbage. And somebody said, yo, sign her. We gonna do this. She already ready to go. She's ready to go. She already has a following. We don't have to promote a whole lot. So if she was already promoting herself that much to get that many followers, all we have to do is put our machine behind her and boom, boom, boom. And how's it going? You might not like Sexy Red. You might not like the way she looks, the way she acts, the way she talks, the way she performs. You might not like any of that shit. But at the same time, you might not be able to get that goddamn song out your head. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. Get this set. In my ass super fire. I'm a favorite hoe. I don't think she has any talent. I don't. Now, I don't think she has any talent musically. She has other talents that go along with the music and helps the music sell. Damn, man, we almost an hour in. Y'all ain't say nothing about Me not having on a uniform, y'all just gonna let y'all like uniform. What uniform? I mean, I didn't think we was working tonight. We working tonight, y'all. Come on now. We can't do it like that. We can't do it like that. Put my cow bones on. They put my cow bones on, baby. I mean, we gotta get dressed. We gotta go to work. All right. Put my cow bones. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button before I put my cow bones here, y'all. It's time for y'all to rock the cow bones. I rock cow bones. I rock the cow bones. I rock the cow bones. I said cow bones. Cow bones. Cow bones. Which one y'all want? The one on the left, the left. The one in the middle, the middle, or is the one on the right, the right. Which one y'all want, man? Which one y'all want to wear? The one on the left, the one in the middle, or the one on the right? All right. Cheryl Halsey says middle. What's that? I Harambe says right. We got 2 for the right. We got 3 for the right. The right wins. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, y'all. I need y'all to stick your neck out. No diddy. Stick your neck out. No diddy. Do that with me. No diddy. All right. Get the ocular proof. Get the ocular proof. Okay. Okay. Looking good. Y'all looking good. You're looking right. Looking right. Yeah. I take a screenshot. I give them what you got. I take a screenshot. I know you like it a lot. I take a screenshot. Yeah, you know how it go. Yeah, you're rocking out. Yeah, Cow Bones on the DG show. And you know how I go. You know what it is. You know how we do when we talking our shit, kids. All right, y'all, you ready? You ready? All right, so while I'm standing up and while we talking music, let's do something. Let's do a little. Come on, y'all. All right, let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Popularity versus talent. The beats versus the rhymes. Because we could break it down that way. When you listen to the records that you listen to, when you listen to the music that you listen to, do you listen more to, are you more a fan of lyrics? Whether you're talking about rhymes, whether you're talking about singing, voice, because the voice could go along with lyrics, or is it more important for you to hear that beat? Is it the beat that gets you popping? Like, yeah, like I'll be listening to what they saying and all that, and hopefully, yeah, that melody is cool, but if it don't make me move, then it don't show improve. So I gotta hear the beat for me to get out my seat. If it don't make me wanna get up, then I'm probably gonna shut up. I ain't listening to what he's saying. I need to be a no delaying. So I need that beat, So I need that beat, Gotta be catchy. Not a whole lot of, If I can dance to it, then I can get through it. If I can dance to it, then I can get to it. If I can get through it, I can dance to it. If I can dance to it, I can get through it. If I can dance to it, I can get to it. If I can dance to it, then I can get through it. Yo, I mean, because now back in the day, I would have argued you down like, yo, the beat is, the beat is cool, but it's all about the lyrics when we're talking about hip hop. And I didn't realize that a lot of people consider the beat to be the most important thing, even more than the lyrics, the rapper that's saying it. And sometimes people don't even really care about the lyrics that are being said. It's sometimes the swag of the artist. So sometimes you can get some shit off, even though you might not be the most talented singer or the most talented rapper. Like the song "It Takes Two" by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. You know that shit that Rob Bass was talking about? That was basic. And this was in 1988 when lyrics was coming. This is in the Kane era, the LL era, the MC Shan era, the KRS-One era, the Public Enemy era, the Stetson Sign. Everybody was pumping out lyrics. Rakim. And here he is. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. I got an idea that I want to share. You don't like it, so what? I don't care. Like, he wasn't saying nothing. Them lyrics was ass. They was. It's a classic song. Back then to this day, anytime you hear, you are now listening to the songs of MC Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. As soon as you hear that shit, the dance floor start filling up. Black people, white people, Latinos, Asians, Africans, aliens from outer space. Ah! Hey! Ah! Hey! Ah! Hey! Ah! It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. And it's funny. The song was called "It Takes Two," but it really only takes one hit for you to be immortalized. Now, Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock, and rest in peace, DJ Easy Rock, they had more songs than just that song. Like they had other hits. They had Joy and Pain, but nobody want to hear that shit. It was that "It Takes Two." So "It Takes Two" proved that it only takes one hit, and forever you are immortal. You know what I mean? You will never be forgotten. You will never be forgotten. Kumar was that Kabidi? What up, LL? What's going on, my dude? All right. Okay. See, we have a call on the line. Call, I'm about to pick you up. Caller with the last number is 5173. I got you in just a second. Buana Haguski, my dude. And he says, I'm a lyrical guy, but beats matter too. They do. But some people are strictly one way or another. But let me ask y'all this. For the people who say that the beat is more important than the rhyme, or Or you could say it another way. The music is more important than the lyrics. Let me ask y'all this. Could you listen to, and this is also for the people who say that the lyrics are the most important thing. Like if you feel like the rapper is the person that's driving the record, or if you feel like the producer or the beat maker is the one that's driving the record, let me ask y'all this. Could you listen to a completely instrumental album, no lyrics at all? Could you do it? Whether it's hip hop beats, whether it's jazz. I mean, my jazz enthusiasts, I would say that y'all have to say yes, right? But there are plenty of jazz singers and they can make a jazz song way better. So you can have a lot of music in a song. A jazz record can be 10 minutes long easily. So you might have 3 minutes of singing and 7 minutes of jamming. But could you listen to a totally instrumental album? No lyrics, no singing, no vocals. And on the flip side of that, could you listen to a rapper do a whole acapella album? No beats. And like, now, I don't think that any artist would put out something like that, but a singer might. Shit. What's Lauryn Hill almost did? That unplugged, that second album she did after the Miseducation, that bullshit she did in 2000, that was a pretty much, I mean, it had some music. She had a little acoustic guitar. That was it, though. Wasn't no drums. That shit was ass. Listen, I'm sorry, Lauryn Hill. You know what I mean? I ain't buying no record or coming out to see you cry for an hour. Because that shit had the nerve to be a double CD of her pouring her heart out. She was, like, Snoopy or Charlie Brown. You know how Snoopy cry. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Shit, I ain't pulled my axe out in a long ass time. Hold on. Let me get this shit right. Blow the dust off this bitch first. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Here I am. R-A-W. What the R-A-W? I guess the shit off. Nah, fuck it. This is Lauryn Hill. Wah, 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 wah. That was Lauryn Hill 2000. That was Lauryn Hill 2000, y'all. Like, I wasn't ready. Now, you know, to this day, no matter what, people still say Lauryn Hill was one of the best artists ever off of one album. Because they wasn't talking about that second album. That shit was ass. That shit was do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Because you listen to it? Because you listen to an artist go acapella for a whole album? I'm talking about like 12 tracks. 12 tracks. Could you stand it? Could you stand it? Can you stand up? All right. All right, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Oh, hold on. Rap without beats is just a spoken word album. Depending on how you do it though. Depends. Jad Man says, yo, let's go, son. I'm on the line. All right, let's go. I'm ready. All right. Caller with the last number is 5173. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind right now? What's good?
Yo.
Yo.
What's up?
Man, I'm feeling like a real man should. You already know. What's up with you?
No, I got a little too excited. Actually, I don't know what the topic is about, but
Here you
remember
go.
me? I'm your biggest hater.
I remember. Every time you call in, you never know what we're talking about. But how are you in the comments not knowing what we talk about when you're in what we're talking about? What we talk about in the comments? Like, no way, you totally oblivious.
No. I'm a fake hater. I'm a fake hater. I actually fuck with you.
Okay, so let's talk.
What was the topic about?
Okay, so we're talking about popularity versus talent, and how certain artists blow up, but they might not be all that talented. And does it really matter? Because to the general public doesn't give a shit about a lot of things. It's not. There's certain things that matter to purists that don't matter to the general public. For example, I don't know if you know about these hip hop beefs, like what's going on between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, or
No. I'm on it. I know about it.
Okay. Well, like Kendrick might say something like Drake doesn't write his own lyrics, but the average music listener doesn't give a shit if he wrote his own lyrics. They care about whether the song sounds good and whether they would buy it or not, or listen to it or not. So to real hip hop fans, they're like, you can't be a rapper and not write your own rhymes, but that's not going to stop your sales. The same way as years ago, you remember the rapper Rick Ross? Now, he used to talk about being this big drug dealer and moving all of this weight, and come to find out that
he a correction officer.
Exactly. But did it stop him? Did it hurt him? Did it stop people from? No, it didn't. Now, the real hip hop, the so-called real hip hop fans left Rick Ross alone. But evidently, not all of them did, because he still kept selling records and still talking about selling drugs. Like,
Well, it's complicated. Like Tupac and Biggie, right? They passed away before they were even fucking 24 years old. You know what I mean?
Well, they were 25.
They were relevant for 3 years, 4 years. That's it.
That's
and
true.
Then you compare that. You compare it to what's his name? Drake. Drake has been relevant and popular for fucking 17 years, 15 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you dial it back, and it's just like, well, okay, they were only famous for fucking 3 or 4 years, and they are super famous.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to compare. It's really hard to compare. Okay, 4 years, they're the realest and fucking what's it called? The lyricism, you know what I mean? Versus some guy who had pretty good lyrics and was relevant for fucking 15 years. How do you compare them?
I don't think you can, but people do. Because Tupac and Biggie make it. Yeah, Tupac and Biggie make it in a lot of people's top 5. And I say the same thing that you just said. I say they didn't get a chance to evolve. We don't know if they would have kept rapping about the same things. We didn't get a chance to see them change their material.
Sure.
We didn't see them. We didn't see them grow older. We didn't see them, discover anything new.
Yeah.
They came in young, died young.
My top 5.
Okay, they're not in mine. Not that I don't like them, but they're not. No, hell no.
What about top 10?
Biggie. I like Biggie, but I doubt if he makes it into my top 10. Tupac not going to make it in my top 50.
If the years played out.
Huh? Do I think he would have fell off? Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because if you really, maybe falling off wasn't the correct thing. Maybe he may not have fallen off, but I don't think that he would have remained as relevant as he was in 19 and from 94 to and I'm not even really 94. I would say from 95 to 97, the time of his death.
Yeah.
That's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, we're asking for him to be relevant for the next fucking 30 years.
He had 2 albums, yo.
It's a tall order.
He had 2 albums, and his second album came out after he was dead.
Mm.
You know, like we just didn't see. We didn't see what he could do. We didn't see how he could grow. And I know, messing around with Puff, I don't see any way he couldn't have fell off. You know, because Puffy doesn't want anybody to be better than him, and he made sure nobody was.
Okay.
You know, so yeah. But yeah, we just, you know, Biggie might be in my top 20, but he wouldn't be in my top 10. It's just too disrespectful to a lot of the pioneers and some of the other cats that I really like for him to be in my top 10. Like I enjoy his. I mean, but because all right, if Snoop Dogg is not going to be in my top 10, how
I don't put Snoop in my top 10. It's pretty crazy that he's in a lot of people's top 10.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, if you think about the impact that Snoop had when he was hot, it's very comparable to Biggie, maybe even more.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Because Biggie came at a time when it was the East versus the West. Snoop came out before that came out, so he was able to go places that Biggie wasn't able to go to. You see what happened when Biggie went to the West Coast. That didn't happen to Snoop, and I don't think it would have. So you know, it's the definition of an era. But I do feel like Snoop had talent, and I felt like Biggie had talent. But they also, both of them had machines behind them that gave the world a chance to see how far their talent could spread. And you know, it's pretty commendable.
Okay, yeah, for sure. How do you feel about when they call certain people an industry plant?
You know what? The internet is a great thing, and it's a sucky thing too. An industry plant.
Oh.
My thing is this: people either like the artist or they don't. You know.
Yeah.
So if they plant somebody in the industry, or if they invest in a certain person, do the people do they also buy up all of the seats and tell everybody to come and do this over a period of time? Are they going to do that? There has to be something. If you look at Kevin Hart, because this industry plant shit, it always reminds me of Cat Williams. You know, when he went on the Shay what is this Club Shay podcast and called him an industry plant. If you take Kevin Hart, I'm from Philly and Kevin Hart is from Philly, so I started off when I was doing comedy. I started off in the same open mic comedy club that he started out at, and the man was a monster. I mean, one of the funniest anybody had ever heard from anywhere. So he's still very quick with it with his comedy. So I mean, did they plant that too? You know, when I
think my bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, like, when I think about the word industry plant, or when I think about that concept, I'm thinking that basically you could make somebody into whatever you want them to be. But I think that you still have to have the talent behind them. You know, they still have to be able to do the work.
Yeah. I think I actually am on the same thing. Like an industry plant, it's not that fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like they see somebody who's what's called like easily talented, and then like good looking, blah blah blah. They can talk their shit, walk their shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the industry gets behind them. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, like Britney Spears. Britney Spears never fucking wrote a song in her whole life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the industry gets behind her. She's pretty as hell. She's a blah. She can sing. She got the vocals. Hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the industry gets behind it. And then when they say industry plant, they make it sound like it's such a big exposing. You feel me?
Yeah. Now, the thing,
they found a beautiful person that can be on Showtime.
but she could dance, she could perform, and the thing about it, pop stars, singers aren't really required or expected to write their own songs. They're just expected to sing them and perform them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I think she did a pretty good job. I mean, I didn't like her shit, but I had to, she put on a good show.
Yeah. What was going to? What's called? It's the first time I actually got to talk to you.
Oh yeah. Well,
I was your biggest hater. Remember?
That's what you say.
I mean, low key, like fake hater. I just like to make fun of you.
It's okay. It's okay. You're not the first. You won't be the last. It's all right. You know what I mean? My skin has to be thick in order to do this job. But who are some other artists that you like?
I mean, believe it or not, I just started liking Kendrick Lamar after the beef.
Mm.
I'm realizing how fucking dope he is, actually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The way his ad libs or whatever the fuck it is, whatever the case it is, he is more talented. He is better than Drake. That's what I'm learning. You know what I mean?
He's a better rapper than Drake. There's no question about that. And I think that gets lost in a lot of people. See, people who haven't followed Kendrick from the younger times, they don't know how good he was. Because to me, he didn't really make good records. I liked his records that he featured on better than the ones he actually made himself. Now, a lot of people liked his shit, but I really didn't. But lyrically, I was like, this kid got it. And like he's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's good. But I just like.
Do you remember that one beat? Not one beat, but that shit with Big Sean, right? Where he just he went off on everybody.
Yeah.
He meant that shit.
Yeah.
Whatever the case it is, and he told Eminem and blah blah blah, like stay out of it. New nigga shit, blah blah blah. Like you know what I mean, he went off.
Hey man, I mean, it's funny because it's funny how you started to like Kendrick Lamar after the beef, because
it's true.
Because the difference between this beef and I think a lot of the other hip hop beefs is that this actually made him more popular. I think this gave him a lot more visibility. Not that he was invisible before, but I think this really, really, really helped him out a lot. And it made other people start to look at him. Now, are they looking at him because there's such a swamp going on as far as there's such a swamp going on musically that we have to start appreciating hip hop beats? Beefs instead of finding new music or letting new artists shine. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot to unpack when it comes to this situation.
Well, you know what though, Drake in particular, he had less to work with. He had way more less to work with.
Mm.
When the Drake beef popped off with Kendrick, it was just like, what the fuck do I even know about Kendrick? Just nothing. He had nothing on the table.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Drake had a whole bunch of shit like he's gay. he had ghostwriters. He fucked with this bitch, that bitch, blah blah blah. There was so much information for Drake. You know what I mean? So much shit that you could shoot off on him, right? And then when I thought about Kendrick, I was like, what the fuck do we know about Kendrick? Kendrick is fucking silent. Dead ass. He had nothing.
Well, the people who followed him,
if you don't mind me asking,
they knew.
If you don't mind me asking, what the fuck do you know about Drake? Not Drake. Excuse me, Kendrick.
Well, I've known about Kendrick since he featured on the Games album, and this was all the way This was before 2010. So I followed his career a long time. But like I said,
do you know anything damning about him?
No, but to be honest with you, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm at the point in my life I don't really want to. I don't give a shit about none of that. You know what I mean? Like, first you have for me to care about you, you gotta make something I want to hear. Like, make a decent record, then I'll start to care about who you are. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Yeah. So I don't know anything about him. All I know is he's from Compton and he can spit. I don't know shit. I don't know. You know, if he's married or if he has children. I don't know none of that shit.
Yeah. Not for nothing. I just came back from Cali. Right? I just came back from Cali. So I'm not gonna lie. My whole family in Cali, they all rock. Right? They all rock a gun while they block. They do everything with cash. They fucking stay quiet. And it's funny because I consider California pussy. You know what I mean? Dude, what is more gangsters than I saw? You know what I mean? So when I think about Kendrick, I'm like, oh shit, they move like Kendrick. They're like silent as hell. I'm not lying, dude.
Okay.
I'm not fucking lying. Huh?
I said, okay, all right.
Yeah. It was like kind of a surprise. Like whatever. Just they move incredibly silent.
Wow. Okay. Well, listen. When I went out to Cali, and this was, you got to understand, this was a long time ago. But when I was out there, it was right after Biggie got killed. So shit was different. You know what I mean? And and I was out in LA, and it was just a whole different energy. But yeah, being in the hood a little bit, and you kind of see the way they are. It confirms some of the things that you've heard, and it kind of tears down some of the stereotypes at the same time. It depends on how deeply invested you are in whatever it is that you are doing. So it's kind of like it's kind of all about perspective.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you said some shit that that took me back to like when I was like 5 years old. You know about the outlets in Secaucus, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, damn, son. Like I was thinking about like CKNY.
Man.
Whatever case it was. I was like, damn, he's old school.
That was a popular spot, man. My man used to go to the Gucci outlet, like. Yo, he came back with all this Gucci shit. I was like, what the? I'm like, yo, how much money you got? Like, he was coming back with exclusive looking shit. He put me on. He was like, yo, man, I go out to the Secaucus and get all that shit. I was like, where? Yeah, Secaucus had it going on.
I typed it in the chat, and when you brought that up, I was like, yo, he knows Secaucus.
Yeah, man, North Jersey had it going on, baby. There's only one Gucci outlet. That shit was a lifesaver.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. By the way, not for nothing. You didn't believe a single word I fucking said. I told you my name was Gad, you were like, fuck out of here. I told you I was from Jersey City, you were like, fuck out of here. I told you from all this shit. You didn't believe a word I said.
You were totally discredited, my dude. Totally discredited. I was like, I smell a rat. Something ain't right around here. Something ain't right.
Fuck out of here. Born and raised, son. You Palestinian. Fuck out of here.
You're perpetrating the East Orange. Let me get that shit out of here. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You from South Orange. This motherfucker is rich.
You didn't believe a single word I said.
I didn't. Not one thing.
Why?
Man, people come on this show and they talk shit about everything. You can get the internet on your phone. You know what I mean? You can just draw up a map, pick out a street inside of a city. Like we don't know. You know, this thing, this shit lacks authenticity.
No, but it was fun though. It was fun. And then on top of that, I'm not used to typing live, right? So I keep misspelling shit in front of everybody. Like, yo, this guy's a fucking idiot. Like, no, wait.
Yeah, I got you. I understand. But yeah, man. So, are you a lyrics guy or a beats guy?
Honestly, that's actually it's definitely 50-50. I am definitely a 50-50 guy.
Okay.
There's some lyrics that make me feel cool as fuck, and then there's some beats that make me go, fuck the lyrics, this shit is fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely 50-50. And you know, you get criticized. You get criticized for that, like on some, oh, he's fake as hell, blah blah blah.
No, not really, because there are certain records or certain artists that can tip the scales one way or another. There's some okay, like you take an artist like Black Thought from the Roots. Like, he's so good lyrically, you could probably listen to him go acapella for a long time, because like he rhymes that well. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to keep you engaged. Whereas somebody like a Lil Wayne, to me, now this is to me, somebody like a Lil Wayne needs the music, because I don't really want to hear him. I don't really want to hear him rap that long. He's not, lyrically, he's not that good to me. Now, a lot of people say that he's really good lyrically, but to me, I just don't agree.
Yeah. You want to know something cool? Whatever case it was, right? I'm born and raised in the house that I live in Jersey City, right? Kenny Parker. Do you know Kenny Parker by any chance?
Yeah, that's KRS-One's brother.
What? Bro, I can't believe you fucking said that.
Dog, I'm a hip hop head, man. I don't think you understand.
No. You got that. 100%. You got that. Kenny Parker is my neighbor. He moved in when my mom was pregnant with me. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was born, and every day I'm chilling with fucking Kenny Parker, and KRS-One was ringing my doorbell at fucking 4:00 in the morning, right? And he'd be like, "Oh, is it Kenny's house? Oh shit, my bad." And he would fucking go right next door, right?
Get out of here. Okay.
He would stop by. Please believe me. Please believe me.
I believe you.
You know what I mean? Such a random thought. But like, Kenny Parker was my fucking best friend, right? And we hung out every day. And Wu-Tang Clan had stopped by to pick up my older brother to go party.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, this is how stupid I was. Right? There was one cool ass lunch lady. He wasn't a lunch lady. It was a big dude, right? And I said, "Yo, Wu-Tang Clan picked up my brother." And blah blah blah. He's like, "Who? Lizzo." I was like, what do you mean? Wu-Tang Clan? He's like, "Yeah, but who? Who's that man? Method Man? Who? ODB?" And I was like, "I don't know." And, I'm like, Wu-Tang Clan, dog.
One of them 9 motherfuckers, right?
I didn't know them by name. Yeah. So long story short is, me after school, blah blah blah. Me and my boy Gotti, we step up, and Kenny Parker would he knew us all by name. That's so cool.
He has a YouTube channel. He talks about a lot of the shows that they did. He tells a lot of stories about KRS-One, and yeah. I've listened to his channel a few times.
And And then he taught us. He was just like, yo, I don't know what the fuck happens, but after 24 years old, it's like stepping on the gas pedal, and before you know it, you're fucking 40 years old.
Yo, you ain't never
And
lied. That's true.
Right.
That is true as shit. That's crazy.
Yo, that ass.
Mm-hmm. But people don't really realize how close, like 25 and 40 are only 15 years apart. But when you're 25, it doesn't seem like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a 15-year difference. You turn around in a decade and a half, and here you are, middle age as fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know. Somebody broke down the perception of time, right?
Mm.
The perception of time. That being like when you remember when you were 8 years old and you were in school, and then time fucking didn't fucking move at all.
It didn't,
right?
not at all. It was long as shit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, you're 8 years old, you're 10 years old. Mm-hmm. That's 1/8 of your life.
Right.
And you're watching those days go by.
Right.
Now you fast forward, you're 25, you're 30. Mm-hmm. That time is way more small, right?
Yeah, the percentage is going way down.
Right now. So it just fucking keeps flying, and like what the fuck is 5 years? What the fuck is 10 years? What the fuck is all that? All that shit flies now.
Have you noticed how short a day is now, or a week?
Who the fuck you telling?
I'm like, it's December. It was fucking January. What are you talking about? We were screaming Happy New Year. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this shit is crazy. Summertime ain't shit. Mm-hmm. That shit is like a week. Summertime is equivalent to 3 weekends. Make the most of it.
You know what though? Still, for us, right? For us, Jersey, whatever the fuck it is,
East Coast, yeah.
Fucking February is still slow. February is the worst month ever.
You know what? That's true though. Why is that? What's up with February?
Of course, it's the coldest, bro. It's fucking hurt. It hurts.
Yeah, that shit is literally. February's in the way. It has the fewest days, but that shit it's in the way. Like that shit is. It's in the way of. It's too far away from spring and fall. It's like it's the. You know what? Mm-hmm. That shit might be the whirlpool. It's the fucking quicksand of months and shit. From that one, I'm gonna consider February to be the quicksand of the year and shit. You know what I mean? You get stuck in February.
Fuck February.
And it's funny because that's the time when people get their tax money back and all of that shit. So for some people, it's a festive. It's a festive month.
That's the least we can get. It's some money back.
Yeah, February is not the move.
Yeah. Oh, what's it called? Yo, that ass. What's in that doo-doo juice you be drinking?
Oh, let's see. I got black seed in there. I got beets in there. That's why it's red. I got collard greens in there. I got turnip. I got celery. I got red onion. It's a lot of garlic in there.
There's no fruit in there?
Huh?
There's no fruit?
No fruit at all. I don't drink fruit smoothies. I for a time I was drinking them, but no, that's all vegetables. All right, it's all vegetables. So what else is in there?
I'm saying you don't squeeze in a fucking a green apple, nothing.
Like the thing is, like, would that make it taste better? Because I season it up. It's not like straight vegetables. I couldn't drink it if it was like straight vegetables with nothing in there to make it taste good. I couldn't eat it. So I season it up. So it sort of tastes like soup that's cold, but not exactly like soup. But it's actually it actually tastes very good. I don't care health. Listen, if it don't taste good, I'm not fucking eating it. That's it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. That ingredient sounds like shit.
Yeah. But if
good. Maybe it's good. Maybe I have to try it.
Oh, it is. It's
Sounds terrible.
I have to make it taste good. You know, it wouldn't do it on its own. You know, so when people, you know, throw like a banana or, you know, kiwi and shit with all the other vegetables, I'm like, and so that saved it. Like you had to have done something else in there. Yeah, and I know what they did. They dumped a bunch of sugar in that shit. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna tell me that they didn't.
Well, I mean, like I would think you throw in an apple or some shit, but like you straight up said onion, garlic.
Yeah, red onion. Yeah, yeah. That shit's strong as hell. Yeah, and it, you know, when you drink them all the time, you don't really smell yourself or no, like. I worked at this job when I first started drinking them shits, and my coworkers used to be like, "You were just on the elevator like 15 minutes ago, right?" I was like, "The fuck you talking about?" And the answer was yes. He was like, "Yeah, because I smelled you." And I'm thinking like, "Damn!" So I'm running around here smelling like probably like issey miyake and fucking garlic and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here smelling good and stinking at the same time. You know, but. I mean, but it did.
No, yeah, I was. I've been interested in what the fuck was in that.
Yeah, but yeah, like it's actually pretty good. And I wouldn't drink the shit if it wasn't. And I drink it. I've finally learned how to make it good every time.
You're the first. Oh my bad,
No, go ahead.
No, you're still the first person that like after I said Kenny Parker, you went, oh, KRS-One's brother. Yeah. You're the first fucking person that ever said that.
If you think about it, KRS-One put his name in a song before. He said, "My brother's name is Kenny. That's Kenny Parker. My other brother, ICU, is much darker." You know what I mean? And that was many, many years ago. So I never forgot his name, Kenny Parker. Then when he started doing you know, his YouTube channel, and I was like, oh, so there really is a Kenny Parker, and he really is a DJ.
Yeah. Yeah. No, not for nothing. He has mad interesting stories on his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. I've listened to him many times. You know what I mean? Many times. You know, so
yeah. So whatever the case it is, I ran a parking lot right next to a restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever the case it is, what's his name? He was on the Clippers. The fuck was his name, bro? Anyway, long story short is this retired basketball player was running a restaurant right next to my parking lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he does fucking terrible business, right? Terrible business. And then Kenny Parker walked past me, and but he was just like, yo, I was just talking to so and so and blah blah blah. I'm like, Kenny, jump in my car, right? And he was like, he hops in my car. I go, bro, he will fuck you. He fucked everybody, even Kenny Love. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about? He was on Yo MTV Raps. What the fuck is his name? Kenny Love.
Oh shit. Oh shit. What's his name? It was Dr. Dre and
Yo MTV Raps.
Not.
He had a YouTube channel where he was like, "Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit." That guy. What the fuck is his name? Anyway, long story short is he stiffed this guy, he stiffed everybody, and then when Kenny came along to DJ a party, I told him, I was like, yo, hop in the car, right? And I'm like, yo, the fuck out of here. Do not do business with him. And Kenny is fucking gigantic, right? He's a big motherfucker. So he's ducking his head, trying to avoid this guy. And I'm like,
Ed Lover.
Huh?
Ed Lover.
There you go.
Ed Lover.
Ed Lover.
It was fucking killing me. I'm like, Ed Lover. That was his name.
You got it. Yeah. Ed Lover, 100%. Right. So I told Kenny, I'm like, yo, bro, don't do business with him. fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And then I drove him home, and I was like, don't ever fucking do business with him. He hit everybody. I can't remember his name now. The ex NBA player.
Not
man.
not the one who played for the Chicago Bulls. Not the one from
No. He was a Clippers. He was a Clippers fan. Not a Clippers fan. Excuse me. He was a Clippers player. What the fuck is his name now? I can't believe it, bro. He was my biggest enemy, and I can't remember his fucking name. Oh fuck. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. That was one of my memories with Kenny.
Cool, man. But you know. Yeah, but he has a good channel, and a lot of those stories, he clears up a lot of the misconceptions, going on that
yep.
Like when Karis went through PM Dawn off the stage, he told the story from a way different perspective than most of the rumors went. You know what I mean? He cleared, like whether his version is 100% authentic is kind of like irrelevant. You get a different feeling, a different perspective about something that you may have thought you knew everything about or very little about. So I appreciate him in that vein.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, man. We have another. Hold on. We have another call on the line. Let me see what they have to say. You just hold on. You don't have to hang up. All right. Caller with the last number is 9223. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
I was pretty curious about what you thought your funniest conversation was in 2024, since we're getting close to 2025.
Funniest conversation. Wow. You know what? Between like some of the people who call in here and troll, some people, like we've had people call in, just to troll, and then they wound up actually, having something, real to say or whatever. Tonight might be one of the funniest. You know what I mean? I never really thought about it in those terms. Tonight may be the most entertaining call that I've had in a while. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Was that because of me? Was that because of me?
Yeah. Shit, we only had one caller before him, so you know what I mean? So
my bad. I'm happy about that.
But yeah, some I know some other cats called in. Like there's a listener who calls in. His name is CC Lee Jean, and he's pretty entertaining. He tells all these wild stories. Like you'll say something like, "Yeah, man, so we talking about aliens tonight." He'd be like, "Yeah, man, so my girl, she's from Zoltar, and and we be having all these problems, and she had a baby by another alien from another planet." Like he's kind of on that vibe. It's like, yeah, okay. And like my mom, told me not to divorce her. So, we still together, but she got an alien baby that's not mine. Like he pretty much goes along in the way he talks. It sounds sort of like, yeah. So, but I don't know if I don't know if he's winning tonight.
Can I ask another question?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
What was it like doing a live podcast during the election this year?
Well, funny thing is, this is not a podcast is actually recorded. This is a live.
Sorry,
this is a live broadcast. It's cool.
I don't know what to call it.
It's cool. If this was a year ago, 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I would have never done a political a show about politics. I would have never done it. So it was actually enjoyable this year because I think that this past election cycle was probably the most important election of my lifetime. It didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but it's interesting that if you do a political show, I know if I do one, then the numbers are going to be crazy good. You know, they're going to be high. People, even now, if I get pissed off or frustrated with the numbers, because I always feel like YouTube is kind of playing around with the algorithm for me and all of that. But if I want to get my numbers up, all I got to do is do a show about politics, and it's like magic. And then we're back on track in the thousands instead of the hundreds. So, doing political shows, I really wanted to be through with it, because I think politics is, I don't think that is boring, but I think that it's so misunderstood and misguided that talking about it sometimes feels like it feels like futility. It just feels like you're talking to a brick wall, because a lot of people's opinions are already set. And then you find out that a lot of people with opinions don't even vote. So it's it's a crazy thing, man. But yeah.
Well, can I ask another question?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Ask the question.
Well, I was waiting for the other person to.
No, you good.
Their thought. Oh, did you have like a most touching moment, or did you have a most memorable moment this 2024? Talking to all these different people.
Well, you know, this is not new for me. I've been doing this show for over 10 years. So, you know, this is not like a new toy for me, like it might be for a lot of people. But I'll say this.
Yeah, I just meant for this year.
This year, the difference between this year and previous years on this channel is that the diversity has definitely changed. Where it might have been most the demographic that used to listen to me before was black women. Now there are a lot of white males. I never would have saw that coming. I never would have thought that. You know what I mean? Like, I never would have thought that. It's kind of crazy. So, you know, and that's not to say that I didn't have white male listeners before, but now they're the majority. Where, you know, before it was one or two. You know, there was this guy from Australia who used to call in a lot, and there's another guy named Joe who says he's from Montana, and he used to call in regularly. He used to call in almost every show. So, but yeah, so I didn't think that. But a lot of that changed when we started coming on late. When we were coming on at 7 o'clock in the evening, it wasn't as full. When I started coming on late, that's when there was a big variety of people. Like I didn't see that coming. So yeah, that's one thing that changed a lot. What made you? Okay, you want to ask another question? Because
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you what made you ask me those questions. I definitely didn't see that coming. What's that about?
Oh, well, I mean, it's almost a new year, and I've been listening to you for the past year, and I've called in a couple times. I think only 2 times for this one.
Okay.
But I've always enjoyed your show, and I was like, just kind of curious to know, like, you know, how you felt about the 2024 year, and maybe some memorable moments, or like something you found interesting, or things that were really funny, or maybe you had like a special moment that you remembered, or I don't know, you know, it's kind of just one of those things. It wasn't really that deep.
Well, let me ask you this: what attracts you to this channel?
After I get off work, I don't typically want to do too much other than maybe find some form of entertainment. And when I listen to you talk, as well as talk with your callers and respond to your cat, I just found it like I didn't think it was hateful. I didn't think it was funny. I didn't think it was over the top. I didn't think it was below me. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty relaxing to listen to, and that was like sometimes you like had some pretty funny stuff going on, and sometimes you had some like pretty heavy stuff going on. And I was like, whoa, like the dynamic of the show kind of changes pretty much every episode, or I don't know if you call it episodes.
You do. That's what it is. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, that for me was like, whenever I happen to see you go live when I'm at work, I'll just keep it on the live, and then I'll just listen to you talk to, I guess, like regular people. Most of the people that call in are, they're trying to tell you about their life preference.
Okay.
So the reason, I guess, if I had to answer your question, the reason why I was like so interested in all these things was like, to me, it's like a really cool form of entertainment, but also it'd be kind of cool to know, like, like what you thought about the year. 2024, you've been doing this for like multiple years. So it was kind of like I was just curious, like from since we're coming up to 2025, I was like, oh, it'd be cool to hear like how he felt about like, like what was the funniest thing, what was the saddest thing, what was the coolest thing, what was the weirdest thing, kind of deal.
No, that's cool. The reason I asked you what attracts you to the channel, because I'm actually curious, because there's so many different people. Like I don't have like a specific age group that listens to this channel. And I know I do a lot of things, and I'm beating on drums and cymbals, and playing different instruments. And I consider my topics to be relevant to a lot of things that are going on in this world, and not necessarily going on in the world, but going on inside of your personal world. Like I always feel like I can kind of tap into some things that people are thinking and feeling, whatever. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. That's why I have to ask, because I just pretty much think of I come up with the topics by pretty much putting things out there that I think about or wonder about or think that might be interesting or whatever, and just see, kind of roll the dice and see how it goes. Let me see what.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I want to know, you from Jersey. I want to know what attracts you to this channel, since you were my biggest hater before. And like,
wait. He's from Jersey. I'm from Jersey.
No. I'm talking to you from Jersey. You.
Oh, I know that.
Huh?
No, go on. Yeah.
The first caller. Yeah, the first caller. Like, what attracts you from? What attracts you to this channel? Like, what makes you listen?
I'm just the biggest hater. I hate.
Yeah, but you can find other places to hate. So what made you land here? You know what I'm saying? You remember that old show? No. You remember that old show Alice?
I'm joking. You remind me of everybody I grew up with. You know what I mean? Like, right, that's it. It just felt like right at home. That's it.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah. By the way, look, he brought up politics, right?
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. Where the fuck are you gonna stand on when the entire like the whole map was red, right? New York, California, all the most fucking liberal states are completely red.
No, New York wasn't red. New York stayed true. They were blue.
What? No.
Yes, it was.
How the fuck it was?
Kamala won New York. Yeah, and
he won New York, bro. But it was fucking mostly red.
Then how did she win? How did she win?
For the record,
I can't hear you.
For the record, the only thing I asked was, how was it doing your live stream during the presidential election? I didn't actually like.
No. We brought up politics, whatever the fuck it was. I'm talking about a whole different.
Oh, gotcha. I felt like.
Long story short, if you click on California, right? If you go to Google and you click on a presidential election, right? It's mostly red. If you go to New York, it's mostly red. If you go to Jersey, it's 50-50.
So what's in your heart?
Like, in other words, who the fuck are you talking to? Who the fuck are you talking to?
Who is who talking to?
Oh, wait. I don't know who's talking, man.
No, I'm saying this is son. Like you talking about when I voted for Kamala. So you're asking who I was talking to when I was broadcasting?
Exactly.
I was, as you can see, there were
there's nobody supporting her. Who the fuck are you?
How can you wait? You can't. Okay, now winning the electoral college is different than winning the popular vote. Now, this is the first election where a Republican actually won both, but he didn't win by a large margin. He won by like 1 or 2 points in every state. It wasn't the blowout that it looks like. Now, of course, when you look at the map,
he blew that bitch out. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah,
he blew that bitch out. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, son, you gotta go back and look at it. You gotta look at it for what it really is. When you look at the map, yes, he blew her out of it. But if you look at the map in any presidential election, it always looks red because there are way more red states than blue states. But those reds,
he swung 7 states, bro.
Yes, 7 swing states. But even if she had won, let's say she won 4 out of the 7, it still looks like red.
He did not. But okay.
Okay, so look at Biden in 2020, right? Now he won those swing states. The map still look red. It always looks red. There are way more red states, but they don't matter because nobody fucking lives there. So they don't add up to shit.
And my counter argument is that he swung 7 states.
Okay, but if you look at the numbers in those states, he didn't win by a lot. He didn't. Now, if you want me to, I'll pull it up right now. He didn't. It's not like he beat her by millions of votes because he didn't.
Brody. Nobody's with the bullshit anymore.
No, then fuck that. Then now I'm going to look it up. Okay, we go. Yeah, I mean, because we gonna deal with facts.
Brody,
all right.
Brody, nobody's with the bullshit.
Let me mute you. Let me mute you till I get this answer.
Come on, bro.
All right, here we go. All right. How many more votes did Donald Trump get than Kamala Harris in Pennsylvania? Okay, let's see. Let's see. No, fuck that. I just want the answer. Okay. All right. In 2020, what is this? What year is this? What year is this? All right. In 2020, Biden in Pennsylvania, and I'm just talking about Pennsylvania, Biden won. He had 3 million votes, 458,222. Donald Trump had 3,377,674. So Biden didn't beat Trump by a lot in 2020, but he beat him. Now in 2024, All right. 2024 presidential election results in Pennsylvania. Okay, there we go. All right. Donald Trump got 50% of the vote, 3,542 votes, 3,542,700 votes. Kamala Harris got 3,421,000 votes and 247. That's not no fucking blowout. It's not even a million votes. With 50% to 48.7%. That's not a blowout. It's a win, but it's not a blowout. So when you look at the map, it looks all red because Republicans vote. Democrats often do not vote. And this is just Pennsylvania. In every state, he didn't beat her by a lot. And if you don't believe that now, let me give y'all another look. That's 50.4% to 48.7%. And like I said, 1 or 2 points. That's not a landslide. That's not a blowout. Let's go to Michigan. Because he won Michigan, right? All right. 2024 presidential electoral election results for Michigan. All right. Okay. Michigan. What do we have? Donald Trump won by 49.7%. Kamala Harris had 48.3%. So 49.7% equaled 2,804,647 votes. Kamala Harris had 2,724,029 votes. That's not a fucking landslide. He edged her in all of the swing states. This wasn't no blowout. The map makes it look like it was a blowout, but she fared well, but she didn't win. And it's funny because these same election results were what made Donald Trump feel like he really won in 2020, and that's why he refused to concede, and that's why we had January 6th, and that's why he had the whole election denier shit. But the Democrats, with they soft asses, they decided not to fight. With it being that close, she should have asked for a recount in every state. Let's go to another state, another swing state. All right, we got Michigan, Wisconsin. Let's go to Wisconsin. 2024 presidential election results for Wisconsin. What do we have? Donald Trump, 49.7, identical to Michigan, 49.7 to Kamala Harris's 48.8. She did better in Wisconsin than she did in Michigan. So his Donald Trump's 49.7 equaled 1,697,298 to Kamala's 48.8, 1,667,881. That is close as shit. So let me click my man back in. Like we did with facts. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So are you still there, my dude?
Wait. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
So you heard me just say those numbers. Did you wait? Did you hear? Did you hear a blowout?
I mean.
You know goddamn well it was no fucking blowout. It looks like a blowout on the map, but the numbers say different. The numbers say different.
You still lost 7 states.
I'm not denying that, but what did you say? You didn't say that she just lost. You said it was. You said she got blown out. She did not.
The fuck out of here, though. The fuck out of here.
Oh, okay. All right then. All right then. Joe Biden blew him out in 2020. Touche. Too motherfucking shay.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? You win some, you lose some. He won. You know what I mean? But calling it a blowout, the facts don't support that.
But here's the thing. When it came to the second time, right? They were on some fuck the immigrants. They were on some fuck the gay shit and blah blah blah. And then you got washed. You got washed, bro.
I didn't get washed. I didn't do shit. I didn't run for president. I didn't lose. Shit. Anything you get, I get. What the fuck? Anything I lost, you lost too. Shit. They not putting or taking any money out of my pockets. But,
no doubt.
But the thing is, it wasn't. It looks like a certain thing, but when you start delving into it, you see like it was close. If it went the other way around, if she won those swing states, if she won those swing states by that slim of a margin, he would have lost his fucking mind, and everybody would have been running around here talking about he stole it.
That's why they're swing states, brother.
Well, he lost them. Why is it that he lost them the first time around and claimed that that it was election fraud? Because he's a fucking sore loser, and he was wrong.
Biden, and then this bitch, whatever the fuck her name is, Kamala, had to prove how much they were a piece of shit, and then we fucking washed them.
So Trump is not a piece of shit, my dude?
Kinda, sorta.
What you mean, kinda, sorta? He's not a piece of shit, my dude. Hold on. Trump is not a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit when it comes to my people, my Palestinian people.
He's a piece of shit, period. He's a piece of shit, period. It doesn't care if you. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Latino, East Indian, Asian, African, so-called Middle East. It doesn't fucking matter. He's not a good person. And okay. you know, it's one of those situations where you got what you want. You got what you wanted. Let me see.
We have middle ground.
Okay. Now you got what you wanted. Let's see if you want what you got. Because he hasn't taken office yet. It's about to be some shit. Because you're not dealing with you're not dealing with a motherfucker that knows how to stay out of trouble. And that's a problem.
Here's the thing. If he can make it that it's easier for me to live in America, okay, cool. But I'm still butthurt about him treating the Palestinians wrong.
Well, how is it? Have you found it hard to live in America? Because I find it to be easy as shit.
I think it could be better. Is what I'm saying.
It has always been a situation where it could be better, but when has it become hard?
But believe it or not, man, I think it's the last fucking 4 years with this bitch.
How?
Okay.
How?
I think maybe you had a better case than I did, but it was fucking rough the last.
Well, I can tell you how it was rough when Donald Trump was in office for me.
Tell me.
And well, first of all, when he was in office, he energized white supremacists support Donald Trump. That's one thing that nobody can fucking deny. You never hear white supremacists say anything bad about Donald Trump. That's a problem because he has their full fucking support. As a matter of fact, I would say that they support him more than any other group because they don't waver. You never hear any skinheads, neo-Nazis, KKK members, right-wing militia groups. You never hear them say one bad thing about Donald Trump. You don't think that's a little peculiar?
Okay. Not for nothing. It just so happens. I have light skin, right? How much racism do you have in the course of 1 month?
It's not about racism for me because, and I'm going to tell you,
you just called him a white supremacist. I
didn't say. Wait a minute, I didn't say he was a white supremacist. Not that he isn't, but I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I said that they support. I said that they support him. Wait a minute. Just don't twist my words. I will own up to whatever I say. Wait a minute. I will own up to whatever I say. Just don't put words in my mouth that I didn't say. That's all I asked.
No, I didn't mean that.
All right, I said that white supremacists support him wholeheartely. And what I noticed about when Donald Trump is the president, he empowers people to not have any type of thoughtfulness or tact behind the way that they treat other people. So when he was president, I heard people use him as an excuse to use racial epithets and to just be assholes. You know what I mean? And I've actually heard people say now we, that's part of them getting their country back. So now you're going to hear the niggas. Now you're going to hear the spics. Now you're going to hear the wetbacks. Now you're going to hear the, you know what I mean? It's like we haven't been able to talk. They're limiting our freedom of speech. No, they haven't. You just want your president to spew that same bullshit that you are, which is fucking ridiculous. Because why does it take the president of the United States for you to act the way that you want to act or to say the things that you want to say? He's not going to come in. He's not going to come in and rescue you at any time if you get arrested or if you get your face bashed in, or if somebody takes you up out of this world. He's not going to do shit about it. So I don't understand. I don't understand, and then again I do.
Well, considering my best friends, right, like half black, half Puerto Rican, blah blah blah. Half of my family is fucking brown, right? My father's brown, blah blah blah. And then, realistically, when they walk out in the streets, right? My sisters with hijabs and them being brown as well.
Mm-hmm.
They don't experience any racism. You know what I mean? And everybody being fucking terrified of Donald Trump is just kind of like, bro, I don't see it. I don't fucking see it.
Well, what do you know what racism is?
Tell me.
Because I don't see how you can not be a white person and not experience any form of racism. There may be racism that you don't acknowledge, or there may be systemic racism that you don't recognize, but it's always there. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere. This country was founded on it. It's right there in the fucking Constitution. I'm a black man.
Okay.
We had labeled in the Constitution as 3/5 of a man. What the fuck? 3/5 of a fucking man. And guess what? They haven't changed that shit. And the Republican Party stands by what? Conservative parties stand by what? The Constitution. That's their fucking Bible, where I'm 3/5 of a man in it. So come on, man. It's everywhere. So wait a minute. If you think racism is just somebody yelling out bigoted remarks about somebody or stereotypical remarks, then you don't know what racism is. That's not what that's a part of racism, but it's not the dangerous part.
In the course of 1 month, how much racism did you feel?
In the course of 1 month, I feel it every fucking day. So if it's a 30-day month, then I feel it 30 days. You know why? Because I got to go to work every day. And every day I go to work, I experience racism. Fuck out of here, you. You get the fuck out of here.
No,
yes, I do. No. You know why? Because I know where it comes from, and I recognize it. So I see a disparity. I see a disparity in salaries. I see a disparity in leadership. I see a disparity in opportunities.
Don't you make a good living Don't you make a good living?
Do I represent every black person in this world?
No, you don't.
All right then. So what? I wouldn't give a fuck if I was a millionaire. What does it mean? Well, how much does it move? How much does it move the needle with everybody else? And that's the problem with my people. That's one of the problems with my people. They think that, oh, so I got it going on. Everybody else, they got to make their own way. You dickhead. When we all go down, that means you too, stupid. So when one of my people gets locked up or they get their head beat in because somebody didn't give a fuck that they were black and rich, then what? Now they want to cry racism like the rest of us. No, fuck you. It was there when you got here. And it doesn't take a break just because you make a couple of dollars. But listen, this show is done. I appreciate you calling in, my dude. I really do. You know what I mean? The last thing I wanted to do is turn into the politics. You slick motherfucker, you. You know what I mean? Shit. I hope you eat a piranha. But listen, I want to thank both of you for calling in.
I hope we're still friends.
No, it's all good, man. Listen, like I said, my skin is thick. I could not do this show if my skin wasn't thick. So it's all good. And I say that there's no censorship on this show, and I mean it. So hopefully I've stuck by that. You know what I mean? And I'll continue to do that. But listen, I want to thank both of you for calling in. I appreciate you. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'll be here 1:00 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. That's why I got to go now. Peace.
No doubt, you fucking cornball.
You shut the fuck up, you fucking half-ass Palestinian Caucasian pack of wood. Get the fuck away from me. Bye. The fuck out of here. I can't stand this shit. This is crazy. All right, listen, we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious December 6th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Look at the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Look at the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Look at the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Deonka Reed. Wait a minute. No. She was yesterday. She was yesterday. Let me get this. Let me get it together. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Number one out the box, my man Jerome D. Rose. Happy birthday to you, my brother. And Myrna Rodriguez. Happy birthday. And Ingrid Peguero and Ashley Coronado and Pratty Leisha Artista and Nadine McKenzie and Lynette Fontroy. Go get her, Lynette Fontroy. My man Leonard Bryant. My girl, the family meeting, Annette Long. Happy birthday to you. And she's last but not least. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious December 6th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, to rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and go hard, go for yours. And yo, we talk about music tonight, but he had me talk about politics. You know that shit ain't right, but I'ma tell you, you choose who you want to choose. I can't tell you who or who not to listen to. But when I put this shit in my tape deck or in my CD stack or when I listen to the MP3, it gotta sound like something to me, whether it makes me want to shake my ass or pass. Or if it makes me want to turn the station or break that whole record. Well, let's check it. I know that sometime is gonna come when I'm listening to something and all I can do is hum. And I hum when I don't know the words, and I feel like I gotta learn them shit because I'm a music nerd and I like a whole lot of different genres. Yo, let me hear that shit. And if it's on, it is on and popping. When this shit dropping? Got a new mixtape. Yeah, that shit is hot like fire. And I'm gonna do this shit, and I hope it don't expire. I wish you much success as long as you keep bringing out them beats and speaking nonetheless. I know that it ain't made for everybody, just like me and you. We equal two, but we through. And going to three, you and me, we going to create something else that somebody else would want to be. And if it don't happen now, it'll happen later. We going to multiply, make something really greater. You know the greater side, greater than, less than. What we going to talk about? Who is the best, man? It could be me or you. You don't know the math. I'm talking to you and him. Yo, you don't know the half. A music connoisseur. Maybe you are, but maybe you're not. Maybe you got a lot. Maybe you got a little. Maybe you have less. Maybe you are still striving. It don't matter what you're driving. Maybe you got a Benz. Maybe it's old, like a 1995, yo, baby Benz, that shit sold. It went back in the day, 89. I remember this shit was riding, kind of floating. This shit was kind of fine. Will y'all be back at 1 o'clock? Will you check the guard out? Will you let the guard rock? I hope you do, because I'm going to come through and we're going to have a whole lot to talk between me and you. Yo, stars, kings, queens. We do this shit by any and all means. Since I was a teen, and when I got a little older, I had to brush a little bit of dust up off my shoulder. And it's colder. Today was like 30 degrees. Had to come up in the crib because you know that's where I live. I like the heat. Summertime is my thing. I like, summertime, Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince, you know what I'm saying? But, yo, I gotta go. Will I be back tomorrow 1 o'clock? Well, I think so. And if it don't happen at 1, it happened at 1:15. I got the 1:30. Don't hurt me if I show up a little late, but I'ma be there. Better late than never. Whatever's clever. I won't sever the ties between me and you. We will stay connected. And I'ma do this shit because you and I are respected. And we gonna keep the respect. I ain't gonna check your neck. Yo, what's going on, yo, son? You know what I'm saying? Can we get a check? Can we get a couple of dollars? Well, I have to holler at these little
90 seconds.
We out. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. Like I said, we will be back. We will be back. We will be back tomorrow. Well, today. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all come on through. It's gonna be hot. I promise. I promise. This shit is gonna be on fire. You think it ain't what it is? I'm telling you, it's gonna be dope. Hit the like button, share the show. We got 19 likes. Let's get it to 20. You know what I mean, it ain't gonna move nothing. It ain't gonna hurt nothing to do it. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to the show as much as I enjoyed broadcasting it. 1 o'clock. Come through Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Peace. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Jad Man and Cheryl Halsey, what's good? And KRO, what's good, y'all? Thanks for coming through. Peace.